the primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
So I'm delighted to be joined by Declan Watters, who is a blast from the past for me in my home county at Donegal. Declan, we were just talking about the days when we used to climb mountains and cycle and take on amazing adventure challenges. How many years ago was that now?
That is 12, I think. I think it was 2013.
Yeah. So listen, you are on the show because you have developed an amazing educational medical tool. So tell us a little bit about it.
It's an AI-powered scanning device that I've developed for pre-hospital and emergency care, but it's being used by other medical professionals as well. It's based on the idea from myself going into like different situations and people and family members not knowing what, I'm a paramedic by the way, family members not knowing medical history, not knowing what tablets that people are taking. They might be panicked, they might be flustered, they do know what is going on, but they can't put it into words. They hand us like a script, or they hand us like a blister pack list, or they hand us like boxes, bottles, and we're like, what are these medications for? And they don't know. So it's more about reducing time on scene, because we would have been, we know most tablets, but there's tablets there that we would have Googled and seen what they were. So I've developed this optical character recognition. So it will read every label that's in front of it, or every list that's in front of it. Doesn't matter how many's in it. And within like 3 seconds, it'll pull back from our own database and tell us what medications are there, what they're used for. It'll give an inferred medical history of the patient, and it'll flag any critical drugs, and it'll also flag critical interactions. So the critical interactions is like it's a major one, because if the patient's presenting with like acute confusion, like we're going to go down stroke, low blood sugar, that type of thing. But if the family are like, oh, she only started this tablet on today, it might tell us that tablet is interacting with another tablet and it's potentially causing us confusion. We're still going to treat it what we see. Like if it looks like a stroke, we're going to treat it like a stroke. But it's just giving me more information. When I go into the hospital, I'm able to say, listen, this tablet and this tablet work together negatively, and it may cause this confusion, but it's just another option for them to investigate then. And I just made it for myself, not thinking anything of it. Well, me and another fella who is one of my best mates, but he's like, he wants to stay in the background, so he's silent. So me and him, we made it messing about for myself. And then just when other people that I work with seen me using it, they were like, what is this? And the next thing then, we put it up on the website, and the website was getting massive traffic through word of mouth. And then we got it on the app stores and got it eventually on Apple, and it's gone from one thing to the next. But I suppose it's the simplest ideas that take off. But I wasn't expecting it,
And of course, that's the power of AI. When you understand your line of work and you have a problem, AI as a technology can solve it and pretty easily. Was it difficult to build it once you had the idea? How much technical expertise did you need to have?
Well, I myself, I have a degree in computer programming from like 20 years ago, but I stayed kind of up to date with it. AI really interested me when it came out, like playing with it. When ChatGPT came out, you're making poems and doing all, like, write me a song. And I've always just played around with. I remember being on a call and having a heap of medications and taking a photo and uploading the photo on the AI, and it pulled all this information back, but it was pulling it from the ether, like it was pulling it from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, how could I get that so I know that information's correct? So it was the hardest thing that we've done, and this is the database that we've built ourselves, because we're controlling what the AI is reading. The AI isn't just going out willy-nilly and picking stuff and throwing it back. It's controlled by what it's been put into. And we have a 3-tier validation there in place. So it's the tier 1, it's dosage proximity matching. So if it says, like, take for example, aspirin, 300 milligram. So it does a fuzzy match, and it'll tell us, right, aspirin 300 milligrams exist. So that's a good match. So it'll move on to tier 2. Tier 2 then it'll do medical context keywords. So it's looking for like the capsule, tablet, daily, dispensable. It's looking for that on the thing as well. So it'll go, okay, it matches that too in tier 2, so it'll go on to tier 3. So it goes into our database then. If it came through tier 1, tier 2 at aspirin 5,000 milligram, which can't exist, like, it will go to tier 3, and even if it matched tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 will go, hold on, the max dosage of aspirin's 900 milligrams. They're normally in 300, 400, 500 tablets, not 5,000, and it'll reject it by tier 3 and won't come back with a result. So that is it's AI doing that for us, like, but it's put in structured and put in place by us. It only can do it. When people say to me, oh, that's not on, that didn't scan, I'm kind of happy, and I'm like, well, send it to me and I'll have a look at it, because I know then that what we have in place is working, and it's just not going and pulling information out of nowhere. So anything that comes back in our app, I'm quite confident that it's correct. But until the HPRA get involved and they check it, I can't guarantee it, but that is the most tricky. And then trying to get it an offline OCR going as well. We're using Tesseract, so it works offline, which is quite good. And the fuzzy matching, as I said, say if there's a round label, or there might be a distorted, or there might be worn, it'll read the words that, or the letters that it can read, and say if it's paracetamol and like a small bit missing in the middle, it'll go, that looks like paracetamol. And then it'll look for 500 milligram tablet, and then it'll look for daily dose, and it'll go, we're quite confident this is paracetamol, so that they'll throw back the result to us. Like, so that's how it's getting around reading the labels on bottles, and the prescription labels and stuff, that might be done by them jet ink printers. But yeah, it's like, how do I say it? It's doing what it should be doing. The AI is doing all the heavy lifting, but we're controlling what the AI is doing, and it's pretty mad what you can do with the AI. Like, it's an amazing thing that's happened over the last year or two.
And you've really created something that has captured the attention of your paramedic peers, not just here in Ireland, but internationally as well. Talk to me a little bit about the uptake and who's that testing round for you.
Yeah, well, the testing round is the paramedics themselves, or, even pharmacists are using it, triage nurses, community paramedics, Pathfinder, which is a new thing, are using it. Like, I have that information because they select their occupation on the app, like, and student nurses, even junior doctors, stuff, they're all using it. But overseas, in England, there's a big uptake in it. There's, the traffic through the website in England, I think, was like 25,000 through the website itself. In America, it's a wee bit less. It was like up to the 20, but Oregon, for some reason, is a big uptake. And there's a fella in Kansas, but he's in contact with me all the time, telling me that he's word of mouth spreading it. He's a big supporter of it, but I don't know how he found it. And I have a charge nurse in North Carolina that's big into it that she's on to me. It's for we have no advertising spend, we have no funding, we have no money, we're bootstrapped. Like, and for someone in Kansas or Oregon or North Carolina to be using something that me and my friend put together, it's a bit crazy. Like,
So the next step is getting approval by the regulator.
Yeah. HPRA. Well, we're currently pre-seed now, so we're currently bootstrapped, no cash. It's good because I have a good job and my partner has a good job, and we're not under pressure for us to fly to the moon straight away. And I'm quite happy just ticking along, and it's running itself. We're adding different features to it, and the amount of feedback we're getting that we've implemented straight into it, it's crazy. Like, and that's the beauty of just me and him, because what we have, if it was a corporation doing it, I think for them to get to where we are, they're at least two years away from us. Like,
So after you hopefully get the approval by the regulator, what's the big goal?
The goal is to go after like the government agencies, try and get their contracts. If we get the HPRA approval here in Ireland, we'll be able to go to the UK. If the Ireland regulatory bodies backing us, we'll have a better chance of getting English backing or UK backing. If we get that, there's like 200,000 paramedics in UK. If we get into the Europe, get approval there, and then if we get to the States, get the FDA on board and try and get through all that approval. Like, sky's the limit, you know.
What's a really smart move in bringing it to the market is that these tens of thousands of users are actually training the model, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I don't see the benefit in charging like an individual €10, where I'd rather them be using it and giving me, and me able to see how the system's performing and how or what way it's being used, how long they're staying on it, how many scans a week are they making. I'd rather have all that than like a couple of pound,
Yeah.
because I'm looking at the bigger picture. Like, I'm not looking, I don't need a tenner now. I need, I'm looking at further down the line.
The market across all of those medical sectors have validated the idea, the technology, and the benefit that it's bringing. So if anyone is listening to this and they've got some sort of expertise or they're interested in investing, do you have an ask?
Well, I have a pitch deck there, and the pitch deck's available, quite easy to find online. I have a Medisnap.ie there. You'll find all my socials on the website. And if you want to download the app, you'll find on the website the link to the app as well. But we're having a bit of we have the copyright in Europe for the Medisnap, but there's a crowd in India that have put an app on the Android store called Medisnap, and it's kind of causing us a bit of bother because people are finding their app and thinking it's mine. So don't be downloading theirs. But I tried to get onto their one and it's not really working. I don't even know what their premise is, but they just have our name, and it may not even be what we're doing, but it's causing a bit of confusion there. So if you go to medisnap.ie and click on the links to the App Store or the Apple Store, that'll bring you straight to our one. I just wanted to say that, hey, because the amount of people are telling me that the app isn't working, and then I find out that it's the wrong one.
Well, listen, huge congratulations to both of you on what you've done to date. It's a real AI for good story, and I've no doubt that you'll get your regulatory approval and the impact that it's going to have on the industry, but even on people's lives and families, and taking away that stress. So good on you. It's not easy to take on something when you've got a full-time job, and talking to me after a night shift as a paramedic, very noble.